Oh, what have I been up to? You know, just trying to get your ass fired.
Is it safe to say you're going to be in a shit mood?
All I can say is I'm back in Cybertron Cafe doing my thing.
Hey, that's a good place. Always a great place to take off some aggression, dude.
See, I don't do it for that. I do it for the money, man. They actually.
You mean you're in there grinding? You mean you're in there slinging plastic?
Yeah.
Okay.
They just let me back in actually for the first time in months.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I kept leaving because I would either get hound dogged by a bunch of dumbasses. They would just ask me the dumbest shit. I would be like, yo, this is $50 shipped in the United States. It's brand new, sealed box.
Yeah.
Hit me. And they'll be like, what character is this supposed to be? Yeah, so they, that's usually what I would get stuck with. And I would be like, this is obviously Optimus Prime or, whoever. And they would be like, oh, how much is it?
And like, the price is in the fucking listing, right?
Yeah, I'm like,
I hate that.
And I got to try to be nice about it. But after like 30 of them motherfuckers in a day, I'm like, yo, I can't do it. It's always either that or I spend too much money in there and I would leave.
Yeah.
Because I can't just unfollow the group.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if I could get in that group, there's money for me to spend. And I'm like, no, I got to go.
Yeah, because
I got to get out. You know what I mean? But I think some of the mods probably didn't like that or something. But luckily, I got back in, so I got one sale today, so that kicks ass. Hopefully, I'll have another one popping in.
You know that the cafe, man. It's a double-edged sword, dude. Because there's always some good deals in there. I'll definitely give them that. And when you want to sell something fast, it will go fast in the cafe.
If you sell it cheap enough.
Yeah, because those motherfuckers. But it's you deal with so much bullshit in there, dude. And it's always that guy. It's like I almost know him by heart, the personality, right? Because you put some of them for sale, and it's always that first person that hits you up immediately ASAP. Like they'll put in the comments, either the trade or I want it. I PM you, they're ready to buy. They hit you in the comments with a bunch of other bullshit, and they have no intentions on buying. Oh, I don't have any money. What are you commenting for?
Can you hold it for 7 months and 4 days? And then even then you'll be like, yeah, that's cool. And then 7 months go by, they're like, yeah, I don't have PayPal. I have no way to pay you any money, but I want to buy that.
Yeah, I
it's a difficult seller.
I have no money.
The cafe is supposed to be friendly and for the benefit of other collectors.
Of the collectors, helping out fellow collectors. Get the fuck out of here.
And you know what's funny is that 9 times out of 10, those same motherfuckers are either kids or they're motherfuckers that make like $85,000 a year and they got like 20 grand on their fucking computer desk worth of toys. They just act stupid and act broke all the time.
Yeah, and I love that line that this is for my little brother. He really wants it, or my wife's letting me get an early Christmas present. What's the cheapest you'll let it go for? That all that nonsense.
Well, I know it sells for $300, but I'm gonna disassemble it and use one of the springs.
The customizers.
So I'll give you $4 for it because all I
love the customizers. In the Marvel Legends groups, you always get the guys because there's a difference between shipping something mint on card and shipping something loose, no matter what the toy is. In the Marvel Legends groups, man, you always get that guy that'll be like, well, just ship it to me. It'll be like one of those figures that are worth like $100 mint on card, and they'll be like, well, just take out a package and sell it to me for $50. Why would anyone do that? That's not how any of this works. Why would anyone do that?
Yeah, be like, well, I'll take it out of the card and then I'll charge you less for shipping.
Yeah, I'll just take that loss. I kept this figure. I sought this figure out, and I kept this figure all this time for it to go up in value, so I could take it off the card and sell it to you for less. Yes, that's really what I'm here for. Thank you very much. Fucking
Yep.
douchebag.
If you ever get bored, what you should do is tell somebody that you did that, and then they'll be like, because then what's gonna happen is they'll be like, oh, I don't have the money.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, well I give it to you
like,
loose, bro. I give it to you
owe
loose.
me at least 50 just for fucking up the car, and they'll be like, well, I never said I was gonna buy it. Like,
I love those guys, man.
You did fuck.
There's this guy I've been he messaged me a couple of times for the I got the Conner Raptors up for sale still, right? The last 3, and he hit me up like a week or 2 ago saying that he wanted, he was interested. So we started chatting, and I was like, okay, they're $90 each or whatever the case is. And so he was like, well, will you trade? Will you trade for him? I was like, well, what do you have? I'm not really into trading. I'm not really looking to trade, but what do you have just in case? Just in case he's got like some bonfire shit that I might want, right? This fuck pulls out, and this is like, I think this is like 1 a.m, dude. So I'm laying in bed already anyway. Why the fuck am I on Facebook?
I got Armada sideswipe.
Not even that, bro. Like, he pulls out pictures of a bunch of fucking Bayverse movie Transformer bullshit. Just a bunch of, odds, and it wasn't even any of the good Bay Transformers. You know what I'm saying? Just a bunch of bullshit. And then I was like, nah, bro, I'm not really into any of that. He was like, well, this is all I got. Sorry, I'm broke. I don't really have any money to buy any. He gave me this long sob story. I don't have any money to buy anything better. Like, don't bring your pity party to me, dude. And then he hit me up last week again with those same pictures, and I see him floating around the group, Transformer groups, trying to trade people for like.
We'll trade for masterpieces.
Yeah, exactly. You're trying to trade for great figures. This piece of shit, nobody wants. You don't even want this shit. You know what?
Yeah. That's how it is, though. And you know what? I gotta respect people that are trying to move up.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah,
son.
I mean, seriously, especially when he's giving you pity
Get
party.
some fucking sense in your fucking nugget.
Really, dude. He's
you
like,
can't be rolling around with like 37 deluxe bumblebees talking about, I just want that. I want that masterpiece nemesis, bro. I got like 87 of these bumblebees.
Yeah, exactly. Because
you gotta pay me for shipping.
Yeah. He went so far as to say, yeah, I got this stuff up in groups for $100. It's for sale for $130. I mean, you benefit. I'm like, no, nobody wants it. I don't want it. You don't want it. Drop the price of that shit. Make it $50, and maybe some customizer will buy it as a fucking parts lot or something. This guy, man, then with the pity party. Oh, I can't afford anything better. I just,
Fuck are you collecting shit you can't afford?
Exactly, dude. Exactly. Man.
Anyway.
So
No more bad vibes.
Yeah. Let's try to move on to
keep
something
it
more
the good
positive.
vibes.
Yeah, let's get some good rays of energy coming in, dude.
There's already more white people shooting motherfuckers up. Can't be contributing to the crazy whiteness.
Oh man, I'm not even gonna go into that.
They're not terrorists. Terrorists do.
Hey, okay, so I'm just gonna touch on this for a second. It's not exactly that, but it's okay. So I live in Georgia, right? I live in Georgia, and crime is off the chain here. It's off the chain in Atlanta, right? So it's ridiculous, and not as bad as New York, maybe, but it's insane. Like, but so all this stuff happened in Paris, and it's a horrible thing, right? And I listen to a lot of talk radio and news. I'm a junkie for this stuff, right? But they keep pushing it, bro. And I don't want to make it to a political show over there, but they keep pushing it like terrorism is at the doorstep. You know what I'm saying?
It's done kicked in the door and it's been chilling in the living room for a while.
Really? Like they act like when I walk out my door, I'm going to be a fucking radical is going to run up on me and just blow my shit up. He's going to run into my man cave and blow up all my toys with a fucking bomb, a pressure cooker bomb. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just seems like to me there should be more attention paid to all this crime and things of that nature. But I just don't get that, bro. I don't get it.
Yeah. Well, the media sells the frenzy of it.
Oh
all.
yeah.
But I mean, on a lot of levels, it's true. You know what I mean? Like, we just went to see the new Hunger Games,
and
I can tell you right now, the first thing I thought when I got in the car was, man, I know ain't nobody trying to come in my house and blow this shit the fuck up. It's because, what I'm saying, that was what, Denver? That dude went to the Batman movie?
Yeah.
Fucking capping people left and right? I think about that shit. I mean, do I think I'm going to walk outside my house and get like a tank running through my living room? No. But I'm very well aware of the fact that anybody could be flying off the handle at any given time now.
I consider that, right? I think about, like, like just the violence, the random violence and crazy motherfuckers. Because I live in the city where there's a lot of crazy motherfucking shit. And I'm prior military. I contract. I literally watch insurgents come at our post and try to get through security and defense, perimeters, and try to plant explosives and I've seen all that stuff, so I'm very aware. I'm conscious of it, right?
Yeah.
But when
You've seen it in action.
Yeah, like literally, you know what I'm saying? Like literally, I've seen it. But when I walk out of my door, I don't tell my wife, honey, take the gun. Make sure you got your gun because there are terrorists out there. I don't. You know, I don't, man. But you're so right.
Like, take the gun. There's angry white people out there.
I tell her, man. I tell her, you know, take the gun because there are just crazy motherfuckers out there. And we listen to the radio and news in the morning while we're getting ready for traffic, and you hear so much. So it's a natural thought because I mean you hear stories about guys, you know, this is for instance, this is one news story. Just I think it was last week before last. A guy's wife was downstairs getting the car to go off to work, and he just so happened to look out the window, and there were guys in his driveway with guns at his wife's head trying to carjack her. This is in the suburbs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just those are the things that, and I understand the machine. I well understand the machine, the fear campaigns. I well understand. That's how you know, they keep us in chains, basically. All of us, all Americans. And I don't know how the hell we're a toy podcast talking about this. But I find it irritating, bro. I find it irritating. I think it was, I find it irritating.
It's just that in real life situations,
mm-hmm.
because it's not, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get carjacked, you don't think of a political implication.
Yeah.
That's why it's not called terrorism.
Yeah.
But it's essentially the same shit.
It is. It is.
It's just, you know,
are we supposed to be on like on
individual level? It's not a, you know, it's just not like, oh, that guy fucking declared jihad on my fucking Jaguar.
Yeah, I know, right?
You're like, yo, that dude stole my $80,000 whip, dude.
I mean, really, dude. You know, we're supposed to be on positive vibes, right?
Well, see, now we're talking about blowing shit up, so now I'm getting a little hype.
Did you do any Black Friday shopping? Or is it Black Friday? I always fucked it up. Black Friday.
Yeah, Black Friday is the Friday after Thanksgiving. So, yeah, I did a tiny little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I had a couple crumbs left in my PayPal,
mm-hmm.
and I got, what did I get? No, that wasn't even on Black Friday. Fuck me. Now, what I would have done was got that Devastator from TF Source. That would have been good.
Oh, what were they selling it for?
$109.
Oh, now that's actually a good deal.
Yeah, and see, I had gotten it
mm-hmm.
a week earlier from Amazon, but I had to pay taxes on that shit. So if I'd have known TF Source was going to do that, I'd have got it for $109, saved the tax money, and then, you know, lucked up on another $40 worth of stuff to get the free shipping. Then I'd have had 2 toys and not had to pay tax, because I hate that shit.
The idea of paying tax for something you buy online, I find it offensive.
Right. Like, you are not utilizing the loophole in that law correctly.
Exactly. Remember just a while back that tax still didn't apply online, man.
That tax still doesn't apply online. As far as the fine print reads, it's just companies are now self-reporting. Because the government is, you know, they sent out that bullshit. Well, if companies would report on taxes, then we would have more stability. Yeah, and if you didn't spend $3 billion in fucking Iraq and then not have any idea where the fuck it went, you know, no problem either. But you know, who am I? I'm just another motherfucker. I got public education?
Exactly. How much of our money do they need to fucking squander, dude? How much more do you need?
God damn, so many politics. But everybody knows the government runs all kinds of fucked up.
Yeah.
You know, we're just restating the obvious, just in a funnier way.
I hope everyone knows. I hope that everyone knows. I don't know, man. I really take advantage of the fucking like the Black Fridays and all of that shit because it always seems or it typically seems to be stuff like that I wasn't going to buy before and I'm not going to buy. Like they put the crap on sale is what it seems like, and if they do, it's usually like $9 off or $5 off or 99 cents off. As far as the online stores,
your boy is guilty of that.
I cannot say anything negative about my homeboy.
I was disappointed in the old TCP Black Friday. I was
No. I cannot say anything bad about the
right?
homie. I will say this. We talked about it and in our little group chat. And oh shit, I don't know if I have to edit this out or not. but he made a good point because he's not as huge as like say a TF Source and the BBTS. He's got a really great appearance, a really great storefront, everything like that. But he's not as huge as them. But so his margins. Matter of fact, we're talking about it again today because we're working on something. But his margins aren't there yet for him to do certain things. If you get what I'm saying, I don't want to go too far into his business.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, he's still on that full court press to get to that point where he's actually benefiting from his business. And I can respect that. So he says, it's better for me just to hold off, let them sell out all their shit, and then I put my stuff back up for sale and get that money. And I guess that's smart business, because like BBTS, they carry. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I'll say it's understandable. Like I can't, you know what I mean? That'd be like if somebody came on my sale thread and was like, yo, if I could get a Fans Toys Soar for $125, why should I pay you, $200 for a Masterpiece Ultra Magnus?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make sense for them.
And, that you bring this up, I'm going to jump back to what we were talking about before about the cafe because I was so irritated by shit. There was this guy, and he was, I can't remember what the figure was. He was it was a Masterpiece Starscream, and he was trying to sell it, I think, for like $80 or $120. It was some crap like that. The price was kind of overblown since you could still get it in stores, but that's his thing. You know what I mean? I'm like, capitalism. Man. If somebody wants it, they're gonna buy it. So if somebody's gonna buy it, then put that price there. And the guys start wailing off in the. You know how a cafe goes. They start wailing off in there and taking over his posts and shit kicking his prices and everything like that. And in some cases, I can understand it, but what really irritated me was a couple of the guys were guys who I see in posts crying all the time about people taking over their posts. That shit pisses me off, man.
Yeah.
So I had to interject.
Though, if you want to feel better about the cafe, there was a post in there that I started following last night, and it was fucking amazing.
Oh, okay.
This dude put up for sale. I'm gonna find this shit right now. Because this shit had me fucking almost piss my pants in happiness. Because I've always understood that the cafe is not a place for top market dollar. Right?
No, it's not.
You always got to. Oh, look, it's actually the first post in the group right now. The dude is selling a lucky draw Galvaleo Convoy, $2,500. Right?
That's insane.
Right, but it's lucky draw. Lucky draw equals thousands just from the name.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I know the price is high, but the value is way higher than that.
Yo, this dude, first dude posting, immediately is talking shit about, what the fuck is wrong with you? You don't know shit from shit. You're a fucking idiot for trying to sell it for this much, that kind of thing. So anyway, it progresses, and the dude's like, this isn't even anything rare.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at dude. I went past this thing like 5 times because I hate Beast Wars. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Right, but look. If you get the best part, is it says they start talking about one of the prototype G1 Unicrons, and the guy's like, "Oh, you could never have that. You could never have that. It's never been sold because online tells me so." And then the motherfucker has pictures of himself with that motherfucker in his house.
Are you serious?
I'm looking at him right now. And then he's like, oh, well, you don't have third party. You don't have this and this. And this motherfucker has like a house full of fucking everything. He fucking schools this little bitch so fucking hardcore. And because the motherfucker talking shit, he has like 2 shelves of like Masterpiece and third party. And this dude has like 3 rooms of Detox. I'm looking at another room that has like 6-foot tall bookcases. Each one is stacked bottom to top meticulously. And he's just like, oh, yeah, you want to keep going? You want me to keep going? You want me to keep going? You want me to keep going?
He's a beast, huh?
And that's what I like about the cafe.
Because,
one thing you have to learn as a collector is no matter how much shit you have, there's another motherfucker out there that will put you to shame.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I give you that one, man.
But that post right there, if you're in the Cybertron Cafe, you need to find this fucking...
I'm on it right now.
Lucky Draw Beast Wars. That thread will make you love life. Or hate it, depending on how jealous you are. Because that motherfucker's shelves, he just breaks that shit out. There's Detox in there. There's bookcases. There's There's fucking curio cabinets.
I love those guys.
He runs that dude into the fucking dirt.
I love that. Especially in the cafe. I love that when somebody tries to jump on the post and pop shit and the cat can put them in their place and shut them the fuck out. I love that because in the cafe, the assholes are shitting everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So I really love that.
People are shitting everywhere.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
that's the one thing though is once you can sift through all the new guys and the people that just talk shit because they got nothing better to do.
Yeah.
Some fucking awesome fucking people in there.
Yeah.
And that post right there, yeah, that should make life worth living. That right there. He's like, oh, I don't have a Unicron? And then he takes a picture of that motherfucker.
Bow on your forehead.
Because the guy wasn't trying to be like cocky, like, yeah, I have this and this. It was the other guy. And he's just like, well, if you want to get into a pissing contest about how big your collection is, let me start it off.
Yeah, there's always that douche, man. There's always, because it seems like there's a lot of guys who just, okay, so we all like to post our hauls and post pictures of our collections because you want that gratification of everyone seeing what you got. But it seems like there's those certain guys, man, that are in competition with the world, and they just, I don't think they get it, man. I think they're assholes. I don't think they get it.
I got to give a shout out to Jay Ruse. I don't know if it's recording. But
yeah, we're recording. What's up, Jay Ruse?
He's the only guy I troll because every time he posts something of Hasbro, I tell him the Takara version is better. Actually, and the other day I flipped the script on him. He put a picture up of like a Takara lug nut, the United lug nut, and I was like, yeah, the Hasbro's better. And I swear to God, that dude was gonna fucking kick drop me, just straight up like kick me in the teeth through the fucking Instagram app. Like you
gotta fuck with the Hasbro lovers, especially when you got buddies who are Hasbro lovers. Dog, you gotta fuck with.
Yeah, well, because I'm the one that convinced him to find one. You know, I was like, no, you got to get a United, man. Because I mean, this was like a year ago at least. And then he puts up that picture, and I'm like, God, that Hasbro is so much better. Fuck you. So my apologies, Jay Ruse. You're still my boy. You still got my blood.
Jay Ruse.
You know? So yeah. So what? I want to know, what did you guys talk about in the show you didn't invite me to be on?
Yeah, you fucker. How did you not listen to the show?
I told you, I don't listen to this shit, man. I just contribute. You know?
Everyone. No, he's just playing. He actually did. Why would we have a show that we wouldn't listen to? Of course, you listen to the show. We got on, man.
I wasn't sick either. I wasn't invited.
Motherfucker.
Saying. He was like, oh, Swage ain't available on Wednesday. Let me do the show.
I was like, fuck this. I'm taking this shit and running with it. We took our views from that show and went to Mexico and had a party. It was awesome. We got prostitutes.
Why is it always racial with you, man?
You know how it is. Mexican lives matter. So.
Yeah.
Oh no, Mexican prostitute lives matter. So
Fill me in on what I missed.
So we talked about we tried to have a conversation that stuck to the topic of the Civil War. It was supposed to be about Civil War, the Civil War trailer that came out, and then we touched on also the and this is all comic shit. The Batman, the Dark Knight Returns 3 that came out that Frank Miller's actually spearheading. And we brought up, and we touched lightly on the Sins of the Records issue because all of that stuff dropped in that same day, which I think, all of that stuff dropped in that. And then we also somehow talked about Jessica Jones, that show. Have you seen that yet?
No, I've seen too many people say, I have no idea what the fuck I'm watching this for.
Well, okay, so do you follow Marvel stuff at all?
Yeah.
Okay, so this show, the point that I made that I was making was that the show, it carries itself without Marvel because she's down with the Defenders, which is Luke Cage and a bunch of other cats, right?
Isn't that Mortal Kombat?
Nah, yeah, it's the same. That's the same thing my kids say. Like that's Mortal Kombat. Nah.
Oh no, that's Johnny Cage.
Yeah, so yeah, but the show is actually pretty good. Me and my wife binged on the whole season in 2 days, and it was because when I first brought the show up on Netflix, I was like, I couldn't even remember who the character was supposed to be, and I had to go and check into my Marvel encyclopedia to remember. And I was like, oh yeah, that's this bitch Jewel. I haven't cared about that character in forever. So, like, she's one of those One of those roundabout characters you just don't give a fuck about.
One of those extras that has
yeah,
for some reason.
Yeah, but the show, I don't want to give any spoilers away to anybody that we didn't already give away, but the show is really freaking good, man. It's really good. So you should definitely check it out. I don't know if you watch that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. shit, which I cannot watch. But if you can watch those shits, you definitely want to watch Jessica Jones. Because it's really a dark show. All the shit that Marvel's trying to do on Netflix, they're more of the darker characters and shit. Like she's a private investigator who has a drinking problem. She's a superhero, of course, right? And she spends her days fucking passed out in a drunken drunken coma. Then she gets up and does her superhero sleuthing.
Kind of girl.
Yeah, and she's kind of hot too. And she's got
some titties.
Yeah. Well. It's a lot of fucking in it. It's a lot of fucking. I was because she killed Luke Cage's wife back in the day while she was under mind control from this character called the Purple Man. And like his name in the show uses his real name, which is his last name is Kilgrave, and which is still kind of a crazy name, right? And I guess that carries better than saying the Purple Man. But so she has PTSD from being under mind control for him for years, because he like would have her all these sexual situations and shit, and like he's obsessed with her. So I'm saying all this to go back to he made her kill Luke Cage's wife, and she becomes obsessed with Luke Cage. Luke Cage is black, she is white, and they are fucking through the whole series. It's awesome, dude. It's fucking awesome. It crosses so many lines that I just love having crossed.
All you had to say was there was fucking and I was sold.
Hey, there you go.
Just for future reference.
Yeah, you never know. Some people are out there when they go to their xnxx.com, for their porn and shit, they go straight to the... Did
you ever watch True Blood?
Oh, I used to love True Blood, dude.
Back in the day, man. They had some crazy fuck scenes
Motherfucking Schnicky. Love me some Schnicky. Oh, was it Sookie? Sookie. Yeah, I'm sorry. Sookie.
Yeah, Sookie.
Yeah, love me some Sookie. I couldn't stand that dude's voice, though. The vampire who she was just fucking a groupie for. Like, remember what was his fucking name? He had the deep southern voice or whatever the case is.
God, I can't even remember.
Yeah, I couldn't stand his fucking deep southern accent. I don't remember ever talking like that. So, but then...
I didn't talk like that.
Yeah, but I love Sookie and that other redhead chick. She was pretty hot too.
Yeah, there was all kinds of hotties in there.
Yeah, it was a good show. There was always some ass and titties to be seen. So,
mm-hmm.
and if you were a chick or a guy with a chick living inside of him, there was always some dick swinging somewhere too. It was something for everybody, dude. It was something for everybody, man.
Yeah. So, I want to ask, Black Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back on that because it's been an interesting weekend.
Okay.
I got a Triptychon.
Ah, okay. One of my favorites.
That little bastard for less than $130 shipped. That's basically my Christmas present to myself because I'm always walking the line of jumping back into G1 reissues.
Uh-huh.
I have just a few left. I've actually listed most of them for sale, except for some loose ones that I've gotten over the years that are a little subpar in condition. Like, they're cool for me, but I wouldn't try to sell them.
Mm-hmm.
They're just, I try to stick to the better stuff.
Those ones you see on eBay going for like $200 and it's split in half. That kind of
shit. Yeah, that's me right there, man.
The rare shit.
But we got all the stickers. It's just they got no arms.
Yeah, exactly.
And so, but I did skip a couple.
Uh-huh.
And that kind of pissed me off. And I'm going to go through, again, no disrespect to Chosen Prime. They just, and you know what it is? It's just that I saw some other retailers that had similar items for so much cheaper. And I was like, it was more like you get that feeling where you just like, you want somebody to do better just for the fuck of it.
Yeah.
Like, even though you know they can't, you just want to be like, man, why can't that be their price?
Yeah, I feel you.
But, but some of the ones I skipped on were the Human Alliance and Barricade 2-pack I saw for $100.
That's the base shit, right? The Human Alliance shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
But they're a weird scale because they're larger than, like, say, Deluxe. They're kind of like Voyager.
Yeah, they are.
But they're actually pretty solid.
I used to love them. That's what got me back into Transformer collecting, the Human Alliance shit.
Yeah, and I know that Soundwave is a monster. The Barricade is pretty fucking sweet. So
Wait, stop. You saw the Soundwave somewhere?
They reissued in a 2-pack Soundwave and Barricade, the Human Alliance,
How much is that? Because that Soundwave, I mean, I don't like the Bayverse shit anymore, but that was something I was always trying to get. Because he came with the that guy, the bad guy who's working along with the Cybertrons, right?
Fuck.
That shit was, I didn't see that shit in stores here anywhere.
Yeah, that Human Alliance that never came to the States. It usually floated on eBay between $100 and $200.
Yeah.
So they reissued a 2-pack. Was it earlier this year?
Mm-hmm.
Way early this year, and it's Soundwave and Barricade, and yeah, I've seen it for 100. I think usually retail is like 150 for the 2-pack, which is
I'm not paying that for it. I'm not.
Yeah, but 100, man, that was tough not to do because I'm a Soundwave guy.
So did you get it?
No, I didn't. I'm a little hurt, but it's a movie toy.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like, I've had it before, and I'm like, man, I still don't, because you know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I'm not going to want the Barricade.
Yeah, yeah.
So then I'm like, okay, well, how much do I think I would want to pay for Soundwave? All right, I'd pay $50 for Soundwave. That's a decent price. But then I'm like, who's going to buy the fucking Barricade for $50?
No one's going to buy it.
Yeah.
Not even the Hasbro lovers are going to buy it.
Still, you never know, and I'm not trying to take that kind of chance.
Yeah.
So
that shaky ground.
I skipped that one. I skipped TF Source had. What the hell is that fucking Astro Train? One of the 80 Astro Trains.
Wait, the Evil Star?
Evil Star? Yeah, the purple one, the purple and gray.
Yeah.
That they had that as a TF. I think it was a TFCon exclusive that TF Source got. They had
the one with the train track?
$80. Yeah.
Okay.
That one was 80. That's a pretty good price.
Yeah, that is.
Because normally he's 120, 115, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good.
But they know they're not going to sell it.
Again, what's that?
But they know they're not going to sell that fucking shit. That's why they got to drop it down to 80.
Yeah, but that's one of those ones that is actually pretty, it's really not a bad gig. Like looking through, let's go, here we go. We'll go, I'll just check what's on BBTS right now.
Okay.
So they got Utopia for $320.
Oh, I want a Utopia so bad, bro. I just can't.
Yeah, normally he's like, what, 400 something?
Yeah, I want a Utopia so fucking bad.
So that's one of those ones, though, that it's just too fucking expensive. Yeah. Even on clearance, $320 fucking dollars.
That's hella clearance, dude. That's hella clearance.
That's deep.
Yeah, I just can't. I can't. I want, especially with that fucking Scorponok coming out. I really want a Utopia.
Yeah, but then you're gonna get like there's a lot of junk sales like. They have a Generation Scoop, $7. That's that's a throwaway. They should make that like $2. They should give those fucking things away.
Yeah. Really.
Yeah. Oh, it's Barricade and Soundwave 2-pack with mini boombox, $100.
I still to this day want that Soundwave, but I'm not gonna pay anywhere close to $100, even with another figure in that fucking box. I'm not gonna.
Have you ever had it? Have you ever had it before?
No, that's why I want it so bad. I want it so desperately now, just for that reason. I've never had it.
Dude, that thing's a beast. Actually, before I ever had a good camera and a good phone, one of the first times I ever did like a toy photography type thing was when I got that Soundwave, I went out and I bought at Ollie's or whatever a $3 fucking Bumblebee. And at the time, I also had the Dark of the Moon Mech Tech Soundwave, which is still incredibly rare. But the Mech Tech for the deluxe fits the Voyager perfect.
Really?
And I had him posed blowing off Bumblebee's head like he almost did in the movie. I wish I still had that shit, man.
You don't have the picture anymore?
No, man, that shit's old.
Okay,
old.
That would have been good.
But again, it was all fuzzed out. It looked like I tried to use bokeh on the whole fucking picture. Yeah, that's what I missed out on, and the evil. What the fuck is it? Evilistar?
Evilistar.
It's almost as bad as the sugar.
Yeah, like Bobby said, I don't speak third party. I just know. I call it by the name of the company and the original character, dude. Who the fuck can keep up with the names? In some cases, I can. Like I don't know, but that figure wasn't really a bad figure. I just couldn't get with the feet and the ankles. Much the same as the fucking trigger. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and it looks like all their clearance shit's over because it's back to 120. So yeah, they had it for 80. I mean,
Yeah.
shit, that's.
Well, you know, we got
40 bucks off,
Christmas
it's not
coming,
bad.
so they're gonna drop down again for Christmas. I want to catch some shit. You know how like you see guys and they'll post their haul or their finds, and they'll post like I found, I don't know, something, which is like a sought after figure, and they found it at like a fucking store for like $25. I want one of those finds.
Yeah, it's always the market. They always find like a $400 toy at the fucking flea market and get it for $7.
Or the fucking thrift store.
And I'm like, I will stab you in the goddamn balls.
Especially in the Marvel Legends collecting. Like you see them shits every day. Like there's the all sought after it's a McFarlane Spider-Man, which is like based off of the art of a popular comic artist, right? And the shit goes for loose. I have him loose. He goes for over well over $100. And if you can get him on card, it's worth like almost $300, right? And I had a buddy, man, and he found these shits. He had like 2 or 3 of them, and he found them at like flea markets and thrift stores for like you said, $7 and $9. I just wanted to fucking reach through the fucking the computer through the interwebs and just choke the life out of him in jealousy. You know?
Yeah, I hate that, especially because I know a lot of dealers, man. And
Yeah.
They get, goddamn, dude, and because they find that shit like when motherfuckers like you and me are at work.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, I just went to this garage sale and I picked up like every original Star Wars figure from the 70s for like $30.
There was some guy who
$15,000. I'm like, like, bro, like I don't want bad things to happen to you, but if your car got set on fire while you were driving, I ain't gonna be mad.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too upset. There was some guy that posted in I don't know if it was Transformers or the Cafe. A while back, and he had scored like a bunch of G1 shit in great condition, and I guess the lady was selling at her yard sale, didn't know, and she was like giving me like I don't know, I think it was like $7, $10, $20 for all of it. You know, I never get that, dude. I never get that shit.
That's all right. Well, our day will come.
Yeah, I'm waiting by the window.
And that'll be the day somebody also has stolen our wallets.
Exactly. Like, that'll be the day where I don't have work. I left my wallet in my wife's car or some shit. And I have no fucking cash on me.
But that's when we could just be like, hey, you take trades?
Yeah, I know. I don't have money to buy anything better. Trade me, bro. I don't have money to buy anything.
Look, man, I got this little leprechaun keychain, girl. Look at that shit.
Fucking
design or fashion.
You know, man, it's funny, man. Okay, so I got a buddy. He's like a eBay ranger. Like he's always on eBay hunting shit, bro. So he says that he gave me the tip that Sunday night is the time to get on eBay and buy because that's when people post shit for like little or nothing. Like they have great shit, but I find that rule does not apply to Transformers shit. That damn sure not third party shit. You know, like that shit applies to like. You know, like other shit, other toys, Marvel, Play Arts, Figma, all those things you'll find at a great deal somewhere. Some Hasbro shit maybe, but third party, yeah, if you don't find that shit in the group for a good price, you kind of just assed out.
Well, part of that is kind of true, but it's kind of not true.
Okay.
Because Sunday is one of the best days to go looking. Because Sunday seems to be when a lot of collectible traffic and listings come up because that's when people have the most time on their hands. You know, they have the day off. You know, they don't have to work if they work a typical Monday through Friday job. It's usually going to be, you know, on a Sunday when they have their shit together, they got time to take pictures or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're going to throw the shit up for sale. I know there's a lot of guys I used to follow that did auctions that they always started on Sunday. So it was always like, all right, Sunday night, I got to see what this guy's got now. Even though they didn't have something I wanted every time, when they did, the fact that I could try an auction for something that usually sold for big bucks,
yeah,
you know, that was a big draw for me. But honestly, it's tough to say, you know what I mean? Because if somebody's going to put something up for stupidly cheap, there isn't really any rhyme or reason. Like, I've seen some stuff that I've missed by a few minutes as far as when I was told it was available and when it sold.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like the notification system's so fucked up that usually that shit's gone immediately.
Yeah.
Very rarely are you going to find something, no matter what day it's put up, and it's going to last that long.
Yeah, especially if it's something good. You got to be quick, man. Like, I do sometimes, or I used to. I don't do it anymore. I don't really care to do it anymore. But I used to get on eBay, and I just put in like I just either do a search and just go straight to toys, or just action figures and just comb through pages because I've been looking out for those parents that are like putting their kids shit for sale who's not there anymore or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And they don't know what the fuck they got. They just post it. It's like metal toy transformer robot thing. You know? like,
Yeah.
like when I was
that worth all the effort you put into it?
Well, you know, when I first got back into collecting, and I was like, so I was getting back into like all the '80s toys and things like that, and I was really big into Hasbro shit, Generations and stuff like that. It worked really well because I got like a Unicron sealed for like $50. And you know what I'm saying? The Amazon exclusive one or whatever. I got a bunch of a bunch of crap because parents, and I love parents, you know, and grandparents who just didn't know and they're just posting some shit, and they'll put that shit like in the comments, like in the description, like, hey, this is my kid's toy. I'm not sure what it's like. I used to be on Craigslist. Like, you get on Craigslist at all?
Yeah, not for toys, but I've been on.
Yeah, I used to get on them pretty heavy for toys. Not so much anymore, but you would get those parents, man. Like this one lady, I got a box of toys from her, a big ass box, and a lot of it was like what's that shit, Gundam and shit like that. I don't fuck with that, but I ended up selling it. But yeah, and I got a lot of it for pretty good deals, man. Just searching around, not putting anything specific, just looking around and hunting. But it's like a hit in the dark, you know?
Yeah. Well, I almost forgot the best. Well, I don't know if it's the best because I think that Devastator is probably the best price you could have got on anything versus what it was for a long time. But did you see the Masterpiece tracks for $36?
I've been seeing that floating around the fucking the groups. Is that a KO?
Yeah.
I figured.
No, that's Jet, which is a newer company.
That's Jet.com, right?
Trying to follow. Yeah, it's trying to follow Amazon's. Kind of trying to follow the way they do business and just offering products and shit. Although behind the scenes they're a little more fucked up as far as the way, because you know Amazon, as far as I know, anytime that someone is selling via Amazon, they have an agreement already in place. Whereas with that, right now, the problems are working through that.
Losing you,
They're
bro.
using their search results with their software, and they're making offers with your products that you don't know about. And what they end up doing is they let the customer pay whatever price they're advertising, and then they have to reimburse the retailer. Like they rebate them or reimburse them. But a lot of retailers are like, you know, like smaller ones are like, yo, fuck that. But as of right now, you know, they're a viable company and everything. They're just kind of doing shit a little wacky because they're trying to get, you know, they're trying to get all these investors to believe that they can actually handle that kind of workload. But they had Masterpiece tracks via, I forget what shop they were selling it through. But yeah, it was like $38, and if you waived the option of getting free returns, it took another $2 off, so it ended up being like $36.07 for a fucking Masterpiece track.
That shit, that makes it worth picking up a second one, man, just for that.
Dude, I don't even have one, and I seen that, and this is I want to send a nice big fuck you to everybody because everywhere I looked online, guess how many people put a direct link to that listing?
How many?
0.
I saw 2
that I could find. All they would say was, "Oh yeah, it's on Jet." Oh yeah, I found tracks on Jet. Like, why don't you put a fucking link up?
I saw 2. I saw it in numerous groups. I saw 2, dude. And I just assumed at 30-something, I said, oh, it's a KO. You're going to see it on eBay soon any fucking way. If that is the case, I didn't know it was actually legitimate. I did not know that, man.
Yeah, unless the shop they were coming through somehow has the KOs already, which I don't even know if it's KO'd yet.
That's pretty early for a KO. I couldn't believe that would be a KO. That's pretty early,
yeah,
man.
but see, that's one of those things. Like, just because something's cheap doesn't mean it's a KO.
Yeah.
Like, I'm selling some Masterpiece cassettes, and I'm selling them cheaper than original retail, and they're like, "Oh, you're just overcharging for KOs." I'm like, "No, you dumbass! I'm trying to give you a good deal. Like, why would you pay $70 for these cassettes when you can get them for $45?"
Hey, so
you know what I mean? They're like, "Why would you sell it for less than you got it for?" I'm like, "Because that's how it fucking works."
Yeah, you want to make sure you're trying to get it sold.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Hey, and everybody listening, please hit up Sway66. He's selling some shit.
That's right. Selling shit like buy your mama dinner. All right, maybe not. Well, whatever gets you mad enough to buy shit. I don't care.
I did come up on two non-transformer, three non-transformer related toys. Like my wife and kids, they were out doing the whole Black Friday weekend shit or whatever, and so
went to stores.
They actually went to stores. You know how women, they love going after that kind of shit. So, but and we had one of her best friends that came down for the weekend to do Thanksgiving with us and all this kind of stuff. So she was here from Bragg, so she went out and they all went out and just went shopping and stuff. And so my youngest, he's always in the man cave with me and messing around with stuff. So they were at TJ Maxx and they found it's a box set from one of the Dark Knight video games, one of the Arkham Asylum video games, with Bane and Batman. And that set, I see it go for like $100 together because the Bane by itself goes for like $50 or $60 by himself. And TJ Maxx had it for $25 freaking dollars. And the crazy shit is, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought TJ Maxx got all of their toys from like Toys R Us, Walmart, and shit like that, like all the overstock items and shit went to TJ Maxx and stuff, right? But this particular set was a comic book store release, like a specialty shop item. It didn't go to regular stores. So I was like, how the fuck did they get that in there, man? So to wrap it up, they picked it up for me and two other little toy items. I actually gave one of the toys to him since he wants to start being a collector. I mean, he be breaking the fuck out of toys, he leaves it on the floor, or he leave it on the floor and the dogs would get to him. Like I gave him my Generation Sandstorm here recently, and I'm surprised it's still intact and the dog hasn't gotten to it yet. But man.
Hell Hasbro, it fucking survived, bro.
Yeah, exactly, right. Yeah, so that was a pretty cool color. That's about the only thing I got as far as like Black Friday shit. But I had gotten a couple of really big hauls in these last few weeks, so I'm not really tripping.
I've been keeping it kind of low key as far as toy hauls. I've been trying to anyway.
Yeah.
I'm trying to just get a couple here and there because for a while there it was like if I didn't get a big ass box with like 30 motherfuckers in it every week or two,
yeah,
I was angry. Like,
yeah, you gotta have a box come. You got to have it.
What am I doing wrong?
Yeah, at least once or twice a week.
I got like 2 toys this month. Hell yeah! I'm showing great stability in my financial decisions.
I can't do that. I make bad choices. I got.
And a week later, I spent like fucking some stupid ass amount of money that don't even make no sense.
Yeah. Okay, so I do want to talk about a specific toy. I know we typically don't, but this fucking the KFC releasing the cartoon colored blaster or whatever the fuck. I'm so angry about that.
Why?
Because I for forever said I'm not buying that fucking transistor with that fucking emerald ruby red bullshit. Right? And
which magic metallic red?
Yeah, and fucking Brandon talked me into getting it. I think it was like last week.
Oh, see, that's why
or the week before last.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we got like a little chat that goes on, and everybody's holding it. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll get that bitch. I'll get it. Because who knows when KFC is gonna fucking drop the actual color one. And I'm talking about, I just took Transistor out of his box.
3 hours later.
Yeah, I just took him out of his box last week. I just got him the week before last. And fucking this week, they put up fucking images of the goddamn right color trend. That shit pissed. You know what? A pox on KFC. I want them all of the KFC employees, all the way up to Keith, I wish you all ass-burning diarrhea.
Oh, you know what? That's what you get for forgetting that your friend is a retailer.
God, it pissed me off.
If you think he didn't know something, maybe he didn't, but come on, man. He's a salesman.
Well,
you gotta remember, this whole fucking hobby is based on fucking repaints and reusing shit.
Well, I mean, it had been rumored for forever that they were going to release it. It's just, and I knew, I joked around and made the statement when I was telling Brandon, he put me in for it, man. I made a statement, I was like, it'll be just my fucking luck that the minute the shit gets delivered to me, 2 hours later, fucking the good color one is going to come out, you know?
Yeah.
Fucking did.
You know what? That happened to me with Manai King, man. I try to be big baller, and I was like, fucking, I'm going to buy a whole shit ton of these. These things are gold. And yeah, as soon as I got them in, they announced the recolors.
Yeah, because I remember the original color one price drop, right? I think I remember that.
Yeah, it didn't drop right away.
Uh-huh.
But it dropped.
Oh, I hate that,
when
man.
it dropped, like it's finally coming back to a reasonable price now, as far as if you're trying to sell one. But yeah, it was bad. Like it was. I actually saw it for basically cost at a huge number of stores. Like unless they ordered a shit ton, I don't know how they possibly paid any less than what they were selling it for.
Wow.
So I was like, yeah, I am never falling for that shit again.
I will never ever fall for it again, dude. And I'm saying that, but I will. The funny shit is, man, I held out from the initial drop of this fucking figure to the fucking the G was it the G2 or whatever repaint the blue whatever the blue color whatever it was.
Oh yeah, that actually came from an e-hobby. So.
Yeah, from that one all the way to the fucking re-release of KFC's fucking Transistor. That's 3 figures. You know what I'm saying? That I finally cracked. That had to be a course of a year or more, dude. It had to be. That I held out on
like
this
5
shit.
years, right?
Yeah, and then the fucking minute I cracked, dude, they dropped the good one. You telling me you couldn't drop that shit before I purchased it?
And you know what though? But see, look what just happened with Sphinx. You know, just to show a recent example of this trend is Sphinx sent out the production sample or the test shot, and they sent it to Peg for Life. Beautiful blue, everything looks great. And, you know, a couple of people said, oh, I wish it was darker. And almost everyone else is like, oh, my God, that blue is perfect. It looks so much better than Invisible. Because Invisible has the dark blue.
Yeah.
So what do? They send out the dark blue ones. And then as soon as it starts selling out, guess what you can get now?
Oh, don't tell me that.
You can get a PS01A Sphinx with the light blue color.
I've not seen it. Are you fucking serious?
Yeah. How do you not know this?
Man, because this whole week, man, I've been doing family stuff, holiday, bullshit.
Right.
So what? You know what? Why the fuck would you tell me that? Because I got the damn Sphinx in the room too. Why would you tell me that?
You got that shit in your pile of chosen. What do they call it there? What's he got over there?
I don't know. I'm calling it the fucking cursed Mickey, the Mickey curse pile now.
Mickey's sack of old, outdated shit.
And I bet Brandon's at home right now just waiting. I know he'll put the order in for the recolor soon.
I heard that he volunteers to, but he's like, oh yeah, I put you down for those 4 pre-orders. You're good. So I'm going to assume that's what he did.
Oh,
and
man.
I sent this because I've heard that you're awesome and you can take a joke.
He is, man.
Feel free to you know, take a couple swings next time. I completely understand.
Dude, so I got Gundog in the mail, and I was reviewing him. I did like a fucking
a new one of those too.
So what now?
There's a new one of those too.
No, it's not, you bastard. Now you fucker. Now I'm finna go jump out of my window and shit. I went with the toy version, the darker green one. And I like the darker green on them, but I broke it, dude. I fucking broke it. Yeah, it wasn't my fucking fault. Brandon's been giving me shit for it, but I fucking broke it. I fucking so I was doing I was reviewing him. I had just got finished doing the review, and I was transforming him back from the alt mode, so I wanted to show a few little points of trouble spots in the transformation, and I was twisting because I think on mine it was the his right arm. That there's a fucking mechanism on there where it twists and it's really tight. But the right arm, it was super tight, almost like fused almost. And the shit popped right off, dude. I was so pissed off, man. I was so pissed off. I hit Brandon up. He's going to give me replacement parts for it, but I was so pissed off.
There we go. We get some positivity from Brandon.
Yeah. But see, that's why I fuck with Chosen Prime. I mean, other than the fact that we're all friends and shit. Because I know that, you know, if I have any issues, we got the issues. He's gonna fucking hunt down and fix it and shit, man. But dude, and you know it's funny because I was like, please don't tell the rest of the guys that I fucking broke this shit because they be giving me shit about. My buddy Brian, man, he let me borrow an MP09 sometime back when I did a review of the fucking Carry test shot. I had already sold my fucking MP09, so he let me borrow his Takara version for the review. And so I transformed. You know that shit's fucking like problematic in itself, right? Transformed it with no problem. Everything was fine. I packed it up and double wrapped it in bubble wrap, taped it up and everything to take it back to him. Well, I packed it up too tight or something because the fucking spoiler popped off. Right? So everybody's been giving me shit saying, oh, Mickey breaks toys, Brave breaks toys. Man, I didn't even fucking break it during transformation. So I was telling Brad, like, please don't tell these cats that I fucking broke the hound because they're never going to let me live it down because now they really have some fucking ammunition. And I just snitched on myself on the show because he hadn't told anyone. But luckily, we only have like 2 subscribers anyway. So
it always goes better when you just admit it before.
I know, just come clean.
Story.
That's what my dad always said. Yo, just come clean, just tell the truth. You know, you might still get a whooping, but it won't be as bad as if I caught you with a lie. So fucking great, man.
So all right, so was it you said it's a part of the arm?
Yeah, okay, so you know,
shoulder, elbow, what do we got going on here?
Okay, so the shoulder portion, it's like a hinge with the pin going through it, right? And you use it you flap it, you rotate it so that.
Did you say you fap it?
Yeah, you fap. Nah, you rotate it so you can get for a part of the transformation, but also for the you know how you can do the G1 deal where you can drop the arm height, the shoulder height a little bit to make it look more like a G1 toy or whatever the case is. Which it's a bullshit gimmick, I think, but still. So yeah, on it, it's fucking this particular production. It fucking was fused, bro. Like it was really fucking. I'm talking about. It's like virgin ass just got sent to prison type. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't ready, dude. It wasn't ready.
Damn.
And because I was for the actual transformation. I was like, oh, this is really fucking tight. I felt like I was raping it. I was like, this is really tight. Be careful, this is really tight. But it went. And so I had to turn it back, man, and it snapped off, bro. And I was like, oh, I hate this thing. And looking at it, I remember the first time I transformed, I took out the packaging and I was doing it, and I was like, oh, this is not a good idea. This is not a good engineering idea at all. You know, and yeah, it proved itself. But the toy itself is fucking great. It's phenomenal. It's heavy. It's dope. It's just that maybe I did fat figure it. Who knows? I had done at that point. I had done like 4 fucking reviews. That I did like 4 more after that. Oh no, I did 12 reviews over the course of the weekend. Right, so I can have.
Jesus.
Yeah, because you know my weeks are so packed in, man. So what I'm doing now is once Friday comes, I knock my fucking reviews out, bro, so I can spend Saturday and Sunday editing them, and I can just post them up and get them ready to roll out. You know, Skullface put me on that shit because he does it, you know. So, because during the week, man, you can wrap that shit up. You know, I know how busy you are. So, yeah.
And you know how lazy I am.
Oh, yeah. That's another thing. I'm lazy as fuck, too, because, like, I'll do a review, and I'm like, oh, I got to edit this shit.
What made you pick the darker deco over the lighter one? You just prefer the color, or
well, I like
it more accurate that you want? Like, was there a defining feature about it that made you think like, fuck that light colored one, I want this one?
I'm not a racist. I like
motherfucker.
I like the dark one. You know what I'm saying? It feels like, you know, that it probably worked out in the field, so it was stronger. No, let me stop. No, I liked it a lot, and I'm a really big fan of the what was the United? Was it United or was it the Chug version? The Chug version of.
Oh, that was the Henkai Hound.
Yeah, I'm really a big fan of that. That's my favorite fucking generation mode. Period. My favorite Chug mode is fucking Hound. So I was originally going to get the light one so I could put it next to the Gundog or whatever, the light Gundog and the fucking Chug or whatever the fuck I'm saying, I don't know. But at the last minute, I was like, man, that dark one just really looks good. It just looks. Then
you were better. Like, why the fuck would I put 2 identical copies of a toy right next to each other?
Yeah. So I was like, fuck it, man. I went with the dark one, and I'm still happy I did. It just, I don't know, it looks better to me. I like it, dude. I fucking like it.
Personally, I actually kind of like the look of the lighter one. But, you know, I don't have either one because, you know, I'm super cheap and I'm waiting for somebody to sell that shit used and have shit. But I don't know. Like, I like the more like, to me, the lighter one looks just more cartoony, not in the sense that it looks like the show. It just looks more like a toy. And you know, I look at some of these other ones. I mean, obviously they all fucking look like toys, but I mean, they don't look. It doesn't look like the Jeep mode to me doesn't look like serious enough in either one. And I say that in a way that, like, you look at the MP10 mold and you look at Nemesis Prime, and that's a serious looking motherfucker. Like, that truck looks like a serious motherfucker.
Yeah, it does. That's a mold. I gotta get that fucking MP10B back, man. I wish I never sold it, dude.
Right? And then, you know, like Wheeljack, that's a serious looking fucking car.
Yeah.
Like, that shit is legit.
Yeah.
But this Hound, like, I don't really, like, just the way it looks. I'm not getting that hardcore edge to it, so I'm like, fuck it. I'll just go with the more cartoony, light.
I'm going to say, in hand, that alt mode is nice, bro. It's really, the wheels are rubber. That's a really well made toy. Fucking Make Toys, Make Toys, whatever they want to be called. They're doing some serious work, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I have the visualizers, and I'm like, I have never. It's funny because there's still people like, well, you haven't had Fans Toys in your hands yet, and you know it's not here yet. And I'm like, I've looked at the pictures of all three companies making Reflector, and I can tell you, the first time I saw in-hand pictures of the visualizers, I never once in my head thought that I would ever need another one.
Yeah, that's true.
I was like, and that's just me personally, but I was like, there's no way Fans Toys or KFC can do it better. You know, they might do like one little feature better, but overall, for me, they will not make it a better overall Reflector.
Let me just say...
And the more pictures I see now, I'm like, God damn, was I right?
Yeah, let me just say, and this is not because I'm biased against KFC at all, because I am. Fuck you guys, putting that fucking blaster out. But yeah, that KFC one was never in the running. And the Fans Toys one, it looks decent, and I'm going to get it probably just because it's Fans Toys. But the Make Toys version that shit is good, man.
Yeah, that's legit.
Yeah, it's good.
Legit. I need to bust those back out of the box. I've been cramped up for space and rearranging shit. I'm starting to get irritated. I can't see those purple and green motherfuckers in my room anymore.
You know, I haven't messed with them since I got them right before TFCon, and literally like right before TFCon. So I opened them the night before I left, and then I brought them to TFCon so I could actually mess with them. I haven't even transformed them yet. I think I may mess with those tonight as well.
Nice. There we go. See?
Yeah, look at that.
You could be like Braves Toy Reviews, now fully influenced by Swage 67.
Under the influence of Swage.
Your wish is my bidding.
You make me want that fucking that light color.
You make me want to be better.
Dude, you make me want that light colored fucking Gundog now, man. Because now I'm thinking about how much I like the fucking Chug Hound, and that fucking light color one look just like it, dude. I mean, once you get up on it, you obviously there's some differences, obviously, but it looks so much. It really reminds me of that fucking Chug Hound, and I love that fucking figure, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the dark one just to fuck with you. Because that's the funny thing is I like both decos, but for some reason, like I just feel like if I'm gonna get an MP Hound from Make Toys, I like the lighter colors on it. Like I just kind of think, like, well, you know what, we got Optimus and all these other dudes that look like, they look pretty serious. I don't know. Maybe I'll get one that kind of looks kind of,
cartoony,
kind of kiddie. Like, you know what I mean? Like it has more of that cartoony toy look to it.
Have you ever fucked with the alternators, Hound? Or any alternators period? Like I can't fuck with alternators. I don't know why.
I've had them. I had them way back in the day, but they were just like so weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had, that was at the same time Generations and some Classics and Universe stuff was out.
Mm-hmm.
And those were so solid as far as, they really did update the G1 look and names so well. They did. That when I tried to go to the alternators, they just felt really clumsy and kind of crappy. Like, as far as robot modes, obviously the alt modes were fucking awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they were actual, real updated, real cars. Rumble was that Civic Si, and Ravage was the Jaguar, and that's right up my alley. I grew up with, like model cars and jets, And so that was cool as shit, but the robots were so terrible. I was just like, ugh, I can't fuck with this.
Yeah, I couldn't get one.
But I remember Hound was pretty cool. You know what I mean? That was it was a Wrangler, right?
Yeah, it was. I can't fuck with the alternators. Like I fucked around with one, and I can't do it, dude. Like except for that, they weren't. I don't know if it ever came out or it was supposed to come out, but there was a Megatron that I saw, and it turned to some badass car or some shit that I kind of wanted.
I think that's Alternity, isn't it?
Is it Alternity?
Came out with a
Square me away, Swage. I fucking don't know. Square me away.
Yeah, Alternity. And the funny thing about Alternity though is that they're smaller. Like they're way smaller than an actual alternator.
Really?
Like
what would you say they scale with?
They scale with like your computer mouse.
Damn, are you serious? That small?
Yeah, and there's a couple that are worth like $100 to $200
Damn.
So it's it's pretty crazy. But yeah, I'm not sure they came out with a Megatron. I'm actually trying to find that right now.
I saw a Megatron, and I just assumed it was alternators, but he turns into some badass fucking looking sports car. Shit looked dope, man. I was like, oh, I want that. That shit looks good, just as a standalone piece.
Yeah, there's a Binaltech.
Is it Binaltech?
Which was let me see.
Turns into like a either a white or a gray sports car.
Yeah, I think he's silver.
Yeah, something like that.
I can't remember what the fuck it is. God damn it! Like maybe a Nissan Fairlady. Is that the one?
Possibly.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
That shit was fucking.
But anyway. But see, that's an Alternity.
Is it?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah,
I don't even know how we got on that. I just like it. I just think it's dope. Man, this fucking.
We really are just babbling.
That's fucking. That fucking Gundog is broken. That pisses me off, dude. I've had a.
All I know is I missed out on a $36 fucking empty tracks. Fuck everybody. You know what I'm saying?
so this is fucking Toy Detox, and we are fucking angry at the world. Because we've been getting screwed.
Our holiday weekend was shit.
Yeah. So fuck you and your holidays or whatever you got. Not thankful for shit, dog.
But it's almost Christmas time.
Yeah, I'm looking to get some good stuff for Christmas. I'm looking to get some. Well, my wife already got me a TV, so supposedly that's it. I'm not getting anything.
You gonna get that new KFC transistor?
You know what? On that note, let's end the show. It's all right.
In closing,
in closing, fuck you, KFC. Fuck you, Keith, and fuck that red transistor.
You can't even be mad at it, man.
I'm going to end up getting it. I'm going to end up
getting it.
Yeah, I'm going to get it. I gotta figure out how I'm unloading this fuck. Cause
all right. Tell you what. Here's a question.
What's
when
that?
do you think people will finally say enough is enough, and they'll stop buying the repaint before we get the color we should get in the first place? Do you think that they will ever fucking come? Never,
because you know how we Transformer collectors are. We gotta have it, bro. There are a small amount of us that have the fucking the damn strength of character to hold out. Like I want the fans toys Scourge and Galvatron and whatever, but I'm still gonna get the X Trans box just because I can't wait. And that's sad. I'm saying it. I'm saying it out loud.
See, what I don't get though is how, you know what I'm saying, like, look at Reflector.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so far, the first one Make Toys comes out with is correctly colored. They came out Perfect Effect when they had the Scouting Force. The original ones they did were the same, you know, like the purple, white, green. And then they made convention exclusives that were repaint colors, or, you know, like they looked like the toys, which they were black and white.
Yeah.
You know, how come some companies are able to get by with that, but other ones are just, you know, kind of being like, fuck it, you're going to give us a bunch of extra money first, and then we'll give you the G1.
Well, you know
what?
what?
Give you the actual correct deck.
I think that goes to the values of the actual company. Like, and I think it tells a lot about the particular company. And if that is the case, then it's sad because Fans Toys is also guilty of that shit, right? But I think it goes to the morals of that company, man, because they can very well put the right fucking colors out first. They choose not to. Do
you think they'd make more money that way?
They're gonna make. They obviously want to make more money. They're in the business of making money. So I mean, it's smart.
No, I'm saying, do you think they'll make more money if they were to skip the jumping on the redecos, or do you think they're making more of the way they're doing it now?
I think they're making more the way they're doing it now. And because, I mean, consider, you put the bullshit color out first, everybody goes and buy it because there's nothing else like that to fill that space. And then after they get all that money, like, haha, motherfucker, they put the correct color blaster out, those sons of bitches. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I think they're making more money like that. Because, I mean, think about it. This will now be three transistors that KFC will have sold. Actually, 4, because they put the original red, the original ruby red out. Then they put the blue one out. Then they put the redo of the ruby red that's supposedly not shipping. That tape is still bullshit, by the way. And now they're putting out because I was chatting with Greg and the guys in the Sharp for Life thread, and the tape feels like someone like masturbated. Took took the sperm and rubbed it around their fingers for a while and then put it on the figure. So when I'm picking the tape up and I'm transforming the tape, my hands are all sticky for some reason. And that's not supposed to be the case with this figure. Yeah, it was really fucking... I'm like, what little 12-year-old boy had this before me? What the hell? You know?
That's Detox, episode 3. See you in prison. What the fuck?
I'm telling you, I guess that's how the workers in Keith's factory are paying him back for their poor salaries. I guess. I don't know. They're fucking jerking off on these figures, rubbing it in like lotion, and then putting that shit in the packaging and sending it out to us. Because those tapes, as far as I know, these tapes are always sticky like that. Have you got the tapes before, right?
Nope. I've had KFC tapes, but not not the ones that came with transistor.
Yeah, I've heard those.
I learned my fucking lesson before.
And now having transistor makes you want to get more. Makes you want to go back and get other tapes for Blaster, but I'm not buying those KFC tapes, man. I refuse to. I've heard too much bad about them. So
yeah, it's weird. I mean, they're not horrible.
Mm-hmm.
The ones I did. Well, actually, some of them are, but there's a couple that are kind of good. Some good points still. You know, like Ramhorn, visually, he looks the part, but you can't do a fucking thing with him but move his around. Jesus Christ, the Steel Jaw, which was actually designed by Eagle TF originally. That one's, man, it looks pretty cool. It does have a little bit of articulation, but again, that's pretty much where it stops. And then there's also other flaws, like you try to get certain things to come out of spots that they're at on the cassette, and like there's no tabs for you to get your fingernail on it, so you have to basically like put fucking pliers on the motherfuckers.
That's bullshit.
Shit like that. But they just, they came out with so many so quick, and then they were the only option for a Masterpiece cassette, and then actual Masterpiece cassettes were out, and you could pose them and fucking do all kinds of shit with them. And then it's like, ugh.
Dude, I think KFC
hold up. They didn't stand the test of time very well at all. They were cool for about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, yeah, fuck you.
I think KFC I think they're Hasbroing us, dude. Because he makes plenty of money over there. Why can't we get better quality on certain things? And I guess he's stepping it up on the X-Transbot side. I guess. I guess.
I still haven't taken my Polygon on my case for long.
Really?
Because I'm afraid. Because every time I touch it, some of the silver comes off. Yeah, that's the only issue I have with them is the silver comes off.
I've heard that. I haven't had that issue, but I've heard that. Have you?
Search that mine every time I've been to elbow or touch it, fucking I see silver everywhere, and I'm like, fuck, I can't do anything. But otherwise, mine is good. That's my only complaint with him. But
so you haven't transformed them or anything?
I can't touch it,
So you haven't transformed them or anything?
Oh no, I don't even want to.
I'm not doing
it. Absolutely no reason to do so.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. He's on the shelf next, posed up next to Prime, and that's just fine. He's not going to be transformed ever. I started
This Mugen scope mold is actually kind of solid from KFC. I will give him that.
Why did that mold get so much shit? Why did they get that mold so much shit? Because I've heard that it was pretty good. I just heard that they fucking milked it for repaints.
Well, yeah, there's Perceptor, Blaster, Shockwave, Soundwave, the all-white one, which is the Surgeon or some shit.
Uh-huh.
And then there's also a black one. And I don't know if it's supposed to be Sound Blaster or the Magnificus style repaint.
He's the
But,
Shadowborn ninja mode.
I mean, it's not bad. I mean, I don't know how, depending on what your tolerance is for paying for it. Like I have the one that has the lighter colored forearms and torso piece, which I like better than the purple. I don't know which one's comic accurate, but this is the one I got. And I like it, man. Like, he's crazy posable, sturdy. Like, I don't have any loose joints fucking up or anything. I mean, he's pretty badass. And mine came with like 3 extra heads, extra weapons.
I thought he looked pretty cool. I for a while I actually wanted him, but not to be my Soundwave.
I'm not deep enough in IDW to know how tall Perceptor is supposed to be compared to, say, like Roadbuster or Impactor. So,
well, Impactor's supposed to be fucking huge. He's supposed to be like around prime size.
Yeah, and this Perceptor's pretty small. I mean, he's definitely deluxe sized, and that's kind of being generous.
Yeah.
Like right now, I have him next to a Classics Hound custom that I have, and he's probably about a half-inch taller as far as the top of Hound's head to the top of Perceptor's head.
Wow.
So, but he's narrow too. He's not heavy built. But I mean, I got him for $40, and I'm not complaining.
Oh yeah, that's not a bad price at all. He looks like a good mold. He does
cheaper
like
than a fucking BotCon Deluxe. So
Yeah. Yeah. Man, I hope that MMC, since you mentioned that fucking Spartan. Well, you didn't mention Spartan, but you mentioned Impactor. I hope that MMC. Well, I guess they won't be doing it anytime soon. So let's say I wish that MMC would crank out something larger to MP scale, because I love all of their stuff, man. But they seem to be within their own scale lines right now.
Maybe that's supposed to be their tiding over for you.
You said what now?
I said, but they just had Nero Rex, so maybe that's what they're saying is their NP entry for the year.
I guess so, because everything else is within their own scale. And I mean, it makes sense. What I see with them, though, is they're releasing enough figures, whereas you can get enough of their stuff and have a solid MMC collection where you don't have to fill in from other companies or whatever, to a certain extent.
Yeah. Well, because they're going after the grouping of the DJD, especially.
Yeah.
And then, well, actually, speaking of their masterpiece, the Sphinx. So, I mean, now they're coming out with another Sphinx just in time for you to get one.
Motherfuckers.
So,
just gonna keep on rubbing salt in that wound, aren't you? Yeah, they're doing a good job. I like, and they do their repaints, and I don't feel bad about the way they do their repaints. So that ain't too bad. That isn't too bad. I don't like the way KFC does their repaints. I mean, for no specific reason. Not against them or anything. Motherfuckers.
Oh, no.
No.
I ain't against you. I just want to beat the shit out of
you.
you.
Yeah. I don't want to hurt you. I just want to fucking twist your neck. So.
Just a bit. I just want to cut off your oxygen in a painful manner.
Yeah, I just want to stop you from breathing. You don't need oxygen.
Slightly. Could be a long period of time, but probably not as bad as you think.
Dude, we're coming up on an hour and 20 minutes, so I think it's about time for us to wrap this up. This is going to be one of our longest shows.
Okay. Okay. So this is how this week has been for Mike on Toy Detox. Hey, Mike, look, I did a show without you, and now it's, oh, hey, you want to do a show? Yeah, you talk too fucking much.
Dude, I'm surprised that the show that it ran this long with no topic.
All right, I told you, man. It's cool though. You know what? Shout out to Dust Mites. Shout out to whoever else you had on my show. Thanks for filling in, but I didn't know. No.
in my house, in my kitchen.
No, big ups to ETR and around the whole ROC crew.
Most definitely.
I actually wasn't sick though. I was actually that was the first day this week I actually felt good, but I was hogtied and being beaten in other ways. So even though you didn't invite me over, we're down. It's cool.
Well, no, because I remember we tried to do it a couple times earlier that week. I know you were saying you was still, your head was still feeling fucked up and shit like that. I was like, okay, well, he ain't gonna make it. I ain't gonna keep on, like, you know, pressuring him and shit. Niggas, I was like, I didn't give a fuck about how you felt, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck your health, Mike. You get on this goddamn Skype and let's do this show.
You ain't in the hospital, you ain't sick.
Yeah. Motherfucker, is it bleeding? No? Alright then, let's go.